Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, still watching Morning Target live from our Studio Bullet TV here at Aveno. We are now focusing on cybercrime, and we know that our cybercrime continues to pose a significant threat to Ghana's security related issues here. And with repeated arrests highlighted the growing sophistication and cross-border nature of these crime. In the latest operation, the Cybersecurity Authority, in collaboration with the National Security Operatives, arrested 32 foreign nationals, which are Nigerian nationals. That was yesterday at Kasoa-Tuba, and the operation led to some seizures, that is 31 laptops and 15 mobile phones suspected to have been used in cyber-related crimes activities at Kasoa-Tuba. And we know that it is not the first time cyber issues or crime has been seen in Ghana. There have been a lot of them, and arrest has been made few months or within even the year, and this has really raised broader concerns about border control, intelligence sharing, enforcement gaps, and the resilience of Ghana's cyber defense system. As I earlier said, that cyber security or cybercrime continues to pose a serious threat to Ghana's security issues here in Ghana. And for us to understand the security implication and also what needs to be done to protect also Ghana's digital space, we are joined by Kumadoe, who is Richard Kumadoe, a security consultant, to delve into this issue. Sir, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, how was your weekend?
It has been good. Thank you.
I'm so grateful to have you on our channel. That this operation indicates that Ghana is gradually becoming a hub for cybercrime activities, and if so, what are the risks this poses to the country's international image, digital economy, and foreign investment?
Definitely, for some time now, Ghana has become not just a destination, but an origin and a transit point for all manner of crimes, including cybercrime and cyber fraud. Once that happens, it means that when it comes to country ratings, will be very high on the agenda. However, what is also good is that we have been able to make certain successful arrests of certain kingpins, and that might have affected the ratings, and they will be reduced. But by and large, these are no good times for us when it comes to imagery and risk assessment nationwide across the group.
Okay, we all know that cybercrime continues to pose significant or serious threat to Ghana's digital security. What do you make of that?
Actually, what we need to do is to strengthen the cybersecurity authority to ensure that our cyberspace is very clean. Secondly, is to get those who perpetrate crimes using the space arrested and prosecuted. Number three is to create public awareness so that people know exactly what to do, whether at the individual level or at the corporate level. At the national level, we have the cybersecurity unit at the police, which is good. We have the National Cybersecurity Authority, which provide counseling and guidance on many things, which is also good. I'm also aware of certain institutions that have their own personal space for cybersecurity tendencies. And together, once we can do some of these things, it's going to clean up the space and people will be clean.
Okay, so we know that these are foreign nationals, Nigerians. Considering that most of the suspects are foreign nationals, as I earlier said, what gaps in Ghana's border security, residency monitoring, and digital surveillance system are being exploited by cyber criminals?
These are not necessarily foreigners, but these are cross-border crimes. And cross-border crimes involves individuals that move from one destination to the other. The latest one that was arrested by involving the FBI and the State Department and the CIA and the UN's embassy people, is a Ghanaian. And he has been described by Yoko as a notorious person, which means that He set up the criminal house. He created a front, and he has been benefiting from this online digital fraud space for a very long time. And it took about 3 years or so for 9 agencies to collaborate effectively to get him out. Yes, so there are foreigners involved, but Ghanaians are also playing leading roles. What is important to know is that wire fraud, money laundering, drugs peddling, arms trading, trafficking in persons, they are first cousins and they are interrelated. So the boys you saw that was arrested, which are 30, which are Nigerian, has everything to do with human trafficking. They brought them in, set up this criminal house for them, and they pay them off to do the criminal business. So that is the way you look at it. And this is what the security agencies have been cracking for all this while. You remember recently they were in Kumasi to crack a hub when they were predominantly activity was a QNet. And that came to the fore. So it's a cross-border crime that involves all manner of persons. We need to resource them and give them the freedom to work, and they'll be able to get a job done.
Kasoa is gradually becoming a cybercrime hub, because it is not the first time they've arrested some suspected nationals like that. So I don't know, how do you foresee this? Because it's not the first time we see these arrests in this community or enclave.
The whole country can be classified as a high-intensity crime areas, and law enforcement strategy and crime prevention methodology, we need to work in that direction, because these are people who keep on moving the hubs from one location to the other, and there's no specific location in Ghana where they don't have access to. Landlords give out houses, they don't find out the backgrounds of these people. People get them married, people run with them as buddies and friends. They spread the ill-gotten wealth across in terms of property purchases, and we never have a control as to who buys which property and what is the source of funding. So they can move anywhere and anyhow. We need to have a strategy in place that we track them irrespective of wherever they are. But I can understand that there are certain places that are of a little bit of a high intensity crime area, but the whole country has become a risky zone, and we need to deal with that accordingly.
So beyond the arrest and the seizure of some mobile phones, what can be done in the long term? What can be put in place? What strategic measures need to be put in place by the Cyber Security Authority and the National Security Operatives in the long term to dismantle these networks and also prevent them from re-emerging?
Prosecute them, send them to prison for a very long time, 70 years, 100 years, empower the law enforcement agencies, give them the right resources, give them the right laws that match up with the current tendencies. For instance, when you take artificial intelligence, one of the difficulties you face is that voices can be dotted and imageries can be manipulated. You will need laws to deal with it appropriately. And so, as a nation, we are in transit. We will need to catch up, and we will need to match up with the current trend. And those are the things that borders on national security interests. And I believe authorities are aware, and that is what they are working on.
So I want to just find out that are we safe as a country to be seeing such arrests happening in our country from other, though we know some Ghanaians are also part of this, but seeing most of them to be foreign nationals, are we safe as a country?
The people who were extradited to the US are all Ghanaians. The young lady who was arrested and deported to Ghana is a Ghanaian. The celebrity who bought a car that became a problem is a Ghanaian. The first people who were extradited were Ghanaians. This particular arrest, the kingpin is a Ghanaian. So let's take responsibility. What has happened to our family norms? What has happened to our integrity, morality? Where is the church? Where are the shrines? Where are the chieftaincy institutions? And why politics have destroyed everything? Those are the questions we need to be asking. You have education system that do not produce proper human beings. That they are failing in all the exams, and politicians have covered it up for many years. So this is what you get when people cannot use their laptops and phones productively and economically. It's something we need to look at as a nation. And instead of creating a scenario that school campuses should be religious playing football playing grounds, what you go to school to learn is education and discipline and building character. So until we stop the nonsense and we get to the grounds and get it done, these are the people you are producing as the next generation, and they're going to run with this country into the ditch.
It is sad to know this, but our cyber security authority has emphasized our public vigilance. How critical is the public awareness in the fight against cyber crime in the country, and what practical steps can an ordinary Ghanaian take to avoid becoming a victim to this?
In every year, all over the world, October in each year is a cyber security awareness month. The Cybersecurity Authority, all of us with expertise as individual consultants, we go out there to run free campaigns, educate the general public, publish books. My latest books on criminal behavior, corporate crime and investigation. I wrote about 26 pages dedicating it to cybersecurity effects and cybercrime impediments in our society. We've done a lot in that area. On the individual level, live a hygienic social media lifestyle, do a social media due diligence. When your back is against the wall, run to the cybersecurity unit at the Ghana Police Headquarters. When you are using tools and you are businesses and you have difficulties, run to Airport City and speak to the Cybersecurity Authority for guidance and for counseling, and you will be fine. It's a shared responsibility, and we all have a role to play.
Okay, so as you just mentioned, it's a shared responsibility to help, clamp down this cyber crime in our country. In your professional assessment, I want to find out that are our current cyber crime law and prosecution processes stronger enough to secure conviction, or do they need urgent legal and policy reforms?
Definitely, yes. We are in Parliament to amend the cybersecurity law. We are in Parliament to pass a new law on disinformation and misinformation. The next law will be on artificial intelligence to serve as guidelines and safeguarding the space. So many things are being done, and I don't think we have a problem in that area. What we need is to put in the right resources, build capacity, and have the expertise at our disposal as a nation.
Okay, to build our capacity to fight for this menace. So, given the forensic examination of seized devices, how important is digital forensics in securing conviction? And do we currently have the technological capacity in Ghana in handling complex cyber investigations?
All the investigations were done by Ghanaians and by Ghana institutions. All the extraditions we have, the investigations were done by the Ghana institutions and the investigators in Ghana. So that answers the question. If you ask me the next question, I'll send you an invoice. Bullet TV, you will have an invoice from Richard Kumadoe.
You've been helping us in all our interviews pertaining to security. But finally, what lesson should our security agencies take from this Kasoa-Tuba operation to improve our future intelligence-led cybercrime crackdown across the country? Before you go,
to crack down on the QNet, there were several places. So it's a nationwide exercise, and they are keeping their eyes on the ball. I can only wish them well and thank the media houses for creating the space for public education. It's a shared responsibility, and we are all performing our side of it. Individuals must live their life perfectly well. Other than that, the law may catch up with you one day.
We are so much grateful for your time, for always
the whole team
coming in to share your insight with us. So that was Richard Kumadoe, a security consultant, speaking to us on cyber crime, which continues to pose a serious threat to Ghana's digital space or security, telling us the implication in this arrest and also what needs to be done to protect our digital space in Ghana. We all know that the Cyber Security Authority, in collaboration with the National Security Operatives, arrested 32 foreign nationals who are Nigerians and seized some mobile phones and other things, and these are aiding to investigation. So that was the topic we spoke with, and it was done with Kumadoe, British Kumadoe, a security consultant